Hello, property nomads. Hope you're doing well. So the motorist is going to get bashed, just like everyone's going to get bashed on their council tax. The motorist is going to continue to get screwed over. Now, there's a couple of interesting articles to go through. As usual, we'll put in those links either in the description or the comment section below. And one article looks at the fact that petrol and diesel owners everyone's basically expecting to be completely screwed by various changes coming in, especially insurance-wise. I know my insurance last year, with a claim, I should add, went up by, I think it's about 70%. And speaking to other people I know, they've certainly cited double-digit figures. So that's one way you're going to get screwed over. But also there's a report out there that it is potential, or there is potential, that new car tax changes are going to be introduced. And this basically means that they're looking at a pay-per-mile car tax system. And this could be in the very long term, rather than emissions-based charging. Now, if that does happen, a lot of people are going to be, absolutely, well, battered, even more than they are. So that's something to watch out for years down the line. Secondly, to say quite simply that your insurance, if you drive, is probably going to skyrocket this year, even if nothing's changed. Now, the second article, and this is a fun one, I have to say. So we've done a video a little while ago about, we've done videos about various councils, but we done one about Birmingham City Council and the fact that they are, filed for bankruptcy, they've got no cash, etc., etc. And so there's a headline here from this article: major UK city to rip up car parks in a bid to, and I quote, manage demand for petrol and diesel cars. Right, okay. So guess what city this is? Got it yet? Spot on. It's Birmingham. So a bankrupt council is looking to, dare I say the word, invest into ripping up car parks. They've got to employ people, diggers, equipment to rip up the car parks in the first place, in a bid to manage the amount of petrol and diesel cars coming in and out of the city, all in the name of climate change, all in the name of cleaner air and all that sort of stuff. This doesn't make any sense, certainly from an eco point of view. And again, it goes into the idea that it plans to get rid of thousands of car park spaces. And they're saying that existing car park space could be set to be put into more productive use. So, okay, if you're going to get rid of car park spaces and then you're possibly joint venturing on property development and you're going to build a larger amount of property, and you're then going to joint venture, you split the difference, and your profits go into your coffers at the council. Yeah, okay, I could possibly get behind that, to be fair, because I think that's prudent business. But the way that the article reads and the way that they've gone about it is that statement of put to more productive use seems to be an afterthought, because what they're saying is, what they want to do is, and I quote, parking will be used as a means to manage demand for travel by car through availability, pricing and restrictions. Where development potential exists, land currently occupied by car parking will be put to more productive use. All journeys begin and end with parking. Therefore, managing demand for parking is a central means of managing demand for travel by car. So it's a two-pronged approach. Because if you're looking at this from a point of view of, like, I work in Birmingham, I might live in Birmingham, or people want to visit Birmingham, then they're going to want to come in by car, potentially park up, pay the parking fee for the day, do whatever they need to do, and enjoy and bring possibly their income or cash into the economy. So by getting rid of car parking spaces, that's not necessarily a good thing. What Birmingham City Council are very good at is adhering to all this net zero nonsense and all this eco-warrior climate approach. And there's going to be an element to that behind the scenes as well. And this is where it gets dangerous. Because if you keep putting off motorists, or in the case of railways, if you keep putting off people by striking too much, what's going to happen? Well, yeah, possibly the demand's going to go down, but certainly from a car perspective, it might mean that people say, do you know what? I can't be bothered with going to Birmingham to do my shopping or whatever it is. I'm gonna go to Coventry. I'm gonna go to Stoke, wherever it might be. I might go to Wolverhampton, whatever. So by having counterintuitive approaches, you could be taken away from your own economy because people might just go elsewhere because it's too much faff. You know, I speak to people in and around Brighton and Hove, and Brighton and Hove is pretty much blanket parking everywhere, and the parking wardens are a bunch of commies anyway, even work Sundays. In fact, I've even seen someone get a ticket on New Year's Day. And people are put off by coming into Brighton by car because of all of the issues. And driving through Brighton isn't great either, because again, that's part of what the council wants. They hate the motorists. And it seems to be that Birmingham is exactly the same. So from an eco point of view, it's not good. Ripping up car parking spaces because you want to manage demand, because you then are concerned about clean air, clean environment, etc., etc. But then you're going to be paying people to dig up those car parks, and it just, from a bankrupt council, it makes no sense. However, if what they're saying about the development potential is true, and they're looking at potential sites and going, right, okay, here's the plan. This is what we're going to do. We're going to JV with respected property people. We're going to build out X, Y, and Z. We're probably going to sell it off, maybe add it to the portfolio if it's a positive cash flowing asset. Maybe that's a good thing to do as well. And then that way, we're actually sorting out our books. Now, if they're actually going to do that, then I'll give them a little bit of kudos and go, yeah, okay, I understand where you're coming from. You need to take some action. That kind of makes sense. But if it's about the eco stuff, they're really, again, shooting themselves in the foot. And I'm sure that councils are so far down this hole now, all of them, most of them, that it's not healthy whatsoever. But the point being of this video, as a motorist, you're screwed. I'm screwed. You're screwed. If it's not by insurance, it might be by a paper mile tax system that comes in instead of emissions-based charging. And it doesn't help when you've got councils, in this case, Birmingham City Council, who are seemingly so anti-motorist that they just want to make the city as unfriendly as possible. Because, of course, they're all doing it for the benefit of everyone under the guise of climate change. As usual, thanks for listening. Please do us a very, very small favour. Please go and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, or give us a like. That would be great. Leave a comment in the comment section below. We're finding that you subscribing and liking and telling people about the channel is really helping the numbers to improve, and we've got a lot of content to give. So we love to see the numbers, and it's great to know that we're making a difference. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.